And now your first alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Keel.
Obviously, with that big winter storm, there are plenty of winter weather alerts stretching across the southern and southeastern portions of the United States. I mean, look at all of these areas under a winter storm warning in the pink shading. Dallas up to Oklahoma City, Little Rock, Arkansas. We've got portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, all under those winter storm watches. And yes, as Amy was reporting, this is all going to shift into the southeastern United States as well. And we're talking maximum snowfall totals generally between about 6 and 8 inches. So here that would be kind of your run-of-the-mill winter storm. But for areas to the south not used to it, that is certainly a pretty big deal. And here's a setup for it right now. We've got a weaker area of low pressure, mainly in the upper levels of the atmosphere, that's going to combine with this low pressure here along the Gulf Coast and strengthen this storm as it kind of shifts along the Gulf Coast. So with the colder air in place, we are going to see heavy snow setting up, especially from Dallas, Fort Worth up toward Little Rock. That's kind of the axis of some heavier snow that's expected. So this is going to continue to track off to the east. Meanwhile, up north in our neck of the woods, we are tracking a quick moving clipper that's going to move through here as we head into late tonight and early tomorrow morning. It's not got a lot of moisture with it, but it could provide enough for a dusting to maybe an inch of snow, especially off to the east of the Quad Cities. So we'll take a look at that here in just a moment. But right now, let's talk about outside. If you have any plans this afternoon to head out, we do have sunshine mixed with some high clouds on our Everywhere camera network. Notice the wind, it's up there a little bit, 10 to 15 miles per hour. The American flag is flying there on our Bettendorf camera as our temperatures are approaching that 30-degree mark. Those winds are out of the south, so that's leading to these milder temperatures. It's 29 in Moline as well as Rock Falls, Kewaunee, and Galesburg. 32 finally at the freezing mark there in Mount Pleasant. Winds 10 to 15 will keep those wind chills a little bit on the cooler side in the teens here as we head throughout the afternoon. As you wake up early tomorrow morning for your commute, yes, we are talking about a little bit of light snow activity, especially near the Quad Cities and points to the east of the river. As we head into the afternoon, we should see that snow track out of the area, and that'll leave us with a cloudy sky with just a few flurries. So, of course, you want to know the timing. So we take a look at ExactTrack for that accurate timing of the forecast. We'll keep the southerly winds and sunshine here as we head into the afternoon hours with those clouds thickening overnight. Here we are at 1 a.m. already starting to see that northern band of some light snow affect our southern and southeastern hometown. So it's this area from Princeton to Kewaunee down to Galesburg, Macomb, and Keokuk that could see an inch, maybe up to 2 inches of snow. It all depends on how far north that northerly extent of that snow gets. But notice here in the Quad Cities, points to the east, we could have a band of some light snow showers here early in the morning. So there could be some isolated slick spots. We're still holding off on that first alert day as most of the impactful snow will likely stay to our south and east and central and eastern Illinois. But notice throughout the afternoon, we will start to see a few more flurries before everything exits our region, and we'll be left with a mostly cloudy to partly cloudy sky heading into the day on Saturday. But as we head late Saturday night into Sunday, we're tracking our next clipper that's going to move through and does provide us with another shot of some light snow with any accumulation generally less than an inch. That's exactly what we're going to see here as we head throughout the late evening hours into the overnight and early tomorrow morning. Again, there's that band of 1 to potentially 2 inches of snow in our southeastern hometown. So that's something that we're going to continue to monitor here with new data coming in this afternoon. But our next 7 days will feature pretty typical January temperatures. We'll be close to 30 this weekend, which is right around our average high for this time of year. But another push of Arctic air moves in next week with highs in the upper teens and lower 20s. So I actually had to adjust those temperatures just a little bit from this morning because new data coming in does show some colder temperatures. But I tell you what, if we had maybe 4, 5, 6 inches of snow on the ground, those temperatures next week could be a lot colder. So I guess we can be thankful that it's not going to be colder than what it is. Which
we usually do. So that's kind of what's unusual this year.
Very unusual, that's for sure.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're welcome.
It seems